We actually don't. Yeah. We've never had an issue, I think, with BBC.
I mean, it's not like traditional. So Jody and Susan are like
Oh, beautiful. Oh.
Come let us sing Havana She. Let us sing. Come let us sing Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Come sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Come let us sing, let us sing, Havana Shira. Come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira. Let us sing. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, come let us sing, come let us sing, come let us sing. Havana Shira, let us let us sing. Come, let us sing. Havana Shira. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Havana Shira. Let us sing one more. Havana Shira, Havana Shira, Havana Shira, let us sing. Shabbat Shalom.
Well, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Are there still people outside coming in? Okay, I guess they're still enjoying the hot dogs and hamburgers, so we'll start a little slower and then pick up. Firstly, Shabbat Shalom to all those whom I've met and those whom I've not yet met. I'm Rabbi Doug Cohn. It's so nice to be with each and every one of you, and especially with our moody Jews about whom I've heard so much, and you know. And this is our first Shabbat in which Cantor Davidson and I have the privilege to spend Shabbat together with you. So we'll figure things out as we go, and most importantly, how nice to be one with another. I think it's time to sing.
I think it's time for candles.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, I had a nigun. That was the nigun?
That was the nigun. Yes.
All right. Like I said, we'll figure it out so wonderfully. Do we have the candles up?
We do. There they are.
Now I know it's time for the candles. My mother always said, what, do I have eyes in the back of my head? I guess I do. I'm so delighted to invite for the candle blessing my beautiful fiancée, Susan Wertheim, and Elon's wonderful bride, Jody Davidson, to join us, to step forward, to lead us in the Shabbat candle blessing, to honor Shabbat and to honor each of us.
You're going to read that, then you're going to light, and then we'll sing the blessing.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with your mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
And then we greet each other afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
So we invite you to rise as we raise the Kiddush cup to make this moment sacred with our Shabbat Kiddush. Marvin, we share the blessings of sacredness.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah צבנו, ושבת קודשו, באהבה ורצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
And having welcomed Shabbat, we now take this moment to turn one to another to welcome each other with a great, big, wonderful, loving Shabbat Shalom. You can move over to the middle seat. I was told I was supposed to sit in that seat. You can move over a seat. I don't really care, but I was going to say, you take the middle, I take that one. Yes. I'll tell you why later. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Bring that. Love, my delight. Oh, let's see how it goes. Let's see how love the Son of God. Okay. And a good Shabbos again, and a good Shabbos again, and good Shabbos, and good Shabbos, and good Shabbos, and good Shabbos, and good Shabbos. Recognize friends? Welcome back.
That was everything. Great.
Really great. Can't complain.
2, 3.
We invite you to return to your seats. Hine mato umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How great it is when brothers and sisters can come together in community and in prayer.
I didn't realize.
How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine atom umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Brothers and sisters to hang out on this lovely day. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. E-O, E-O, oh, oh. E-O, oh, 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 oh. E-O, E-O, oh, oh. E-O, oh, 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 oh. We continue with the words of Lechuna Ranana. And he's got them. 3, 2, 1, and. Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Ladonai. Naria letsur yishenu, lechuna ranena, lechuna ranena ladonai. Naria letsur yishenu, nekadma fana betuda. Bizmirot, bizmirot, nariya lo, lechuna ranena ladonai. Nariya letsur yishenu, ki el gadol Adonai. מלך גדול על כל אלוהים, לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור ישנו.
You're only beginning. We continue with Lecha Dodi, our welcome of Shabbat, to bring that Shabbat bride into our room and to remind us that although the week could be something which could be difficult and challenging and could tax us, when Shabbos comes, when it's Shabbat, we're renewed like the purity of the Shabbat bride. And we can leave all that stuff of the week behind. All the CNN, or if you watch Fox or NBC, or CBS, leave it behind. Don't worry, it'll be here again next week. But now we leave it behind, and we let the beauty and the wonder, the majesty and the mystery of Shabbat be with us. Lecha Dodi.
Ya la 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 la, Lecha Dodi. Ya la 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 la, likrat kala. Ya la 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 la, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 lecha dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la la pnei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la la lecha dodi, ya la la likrat kala, ya la pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor וזכור בדיבורך, נשמיעת אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. יא לה 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 לך תודי, יא לה 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 לקראת לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, לקראת שבת, לכו ותהלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מכלב נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורף קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלך, בואי חלך. לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה, יאללה לה לה לחתותי, יאללה לה לה לקראת כלה, יאללה לה לה פני שבתנקה, בלה. Stay up, because we're awake, and we're prepared, and we're ready to pray. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'dvaro ma'ariv aravim.
So this is an hour of change. Or have we noticed? Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed, Leolam Vaed. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might, and teach these words through day and night to all your children, for it's their right. And wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. I'm not sure I ever fully took these words into me until these past 2 weeks at Newman by the Bay. But as we stood at those shores of the East Bay of San Francisco, praying Mi Chamocha, I knew exactly where those campers and I had met a long time ago. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught. Before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it's eternally Egypt. That there's a better place, a promised land, and the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. that there's no easy way to get from here to there, except by joining hands and marching together and singing ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, singing ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Moshe ומרים ובני ישראל לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם לי לה 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 יה la 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 la, singing ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha bailim, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi kamocha nedar. Nora tehilot, oseh peleh, oseh peleh. Nora tehilot, oseh peleh, oseh peleh. Malchutcha ra'u banecha, bokei yam lifnei Moshe. Ze Eli, ze Eli, ze Eli, anu ve'ameru Adonai lo le'olam va'ed, Adonai lo le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha bailim, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
And we might not quite know it, but the sun is setting. It's had a whole day, and so have we. And so we turn to the Hashkivenu, which is really a statement of trust, that we know that we will lie down in safety, and our prayers that we'll arise again in the morning, renewed, refreshed, and ready. It's the essential statement of trust, that we can let go and let tomorrow come. And so it's the message of Shabbat, to let that which was go, and with our prayers know that tomorrow will come. Hashkivenu, to let us lie down in quiet and in peace.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Hashkivenu Leshalom V'ha'amidenu Shomreinu Lechayim Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Hashkivenu understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotav l'olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotav l'olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai, et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinava.
Now for a little quiet. We allow there to be a little quiet as we prepare for our prayer itself, the tefillah. And so in a moment we'll rise and we'll allow for our prayers in quiet. And so commonly we invite you to offer your prayers and then be seated when you're done. Tonight, when we're ready, we'll stand. Each of us take a moment to let the liveliness of Vishamru and the charge of Shabbat do quiet for us. And then when you're ready, stand and then we'll continue praying the tefillah.
Adonai Svatai Tiftach Adonai Svatai Tiftach Ufi Yagi שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום 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 שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם בטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל. בכל עת ובכל שעה, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל לעמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל, המברך את עמו ישראל
So when we look about the room, there are many people here tonight for Shabbat in the summertime. It's nice. And yet, even with so many in the room, there are so many who are not. And so we take this moment to remember that there are those with illness and injury, those who are not well and are with us perhaps through the technology of streaming and sharing Shabbat with us from the comfort of other places from the screen, because health prevents their being with us tonight. And so we take this moment to bring them near, to think of those with concern for their wellness, for health, facing or recovering from procedures, and we let our prayers be on their behalf. And so if there's one or another about whom you have thoughts this evening, we invite you to rise and to share their names that we might offer together our prayer of healing. With each in mind, we continue with the Misha Berach, our prayer of healing.
Sarah, Rivka, Rachel Leah, hu yevarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors. Yisheveirach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov ve'imoteinu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah. Bless and heal v'yevarech v'yirapeh hacholim. In the words of Moshe Rabbeinu, we all pray. El na refana, El na refana, la God please heal them. El na refana, El na refana. Yisheveirach Avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah hu yevarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei hacholim. Blessed are you, God, whose healing presence is with all in need. Amen.
So, I took a look at the Torah this week. This is the opening Torah portion of the last book of the Torah. All we've got left is Deuteronomy, and it's Rosh Hashanah, guys. Here we go. We finished with Simchat Torah. We only have this much left. We've done 80% of the Torah. We're 4/5 of the way. We're almost there, which means that we're nervous. But if you look at the very beginning of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, it says that Moses gave these orations, but it begins by saying, it's kind of almost Churchillian. It says, it was the first day of the 11th month of the 40th year. The first day of the 11th month of the 40th year. We've been schlepping in the desert for 39 months, 39 years, 11 months and a day. So what does this mean? What's that little statement of the time? What's that telling us? What's it mean? I'm sorry? We're almost there. Good. What else?
Parole hearings.
Did you say parole hearings?
Look at the content of Deuteronomy. Isn't it a big parole hearing?
A parole hearing. Good. What else does it mean? What else does it mean? Moses is going to die. Good. What else does it mean? Can't hear you. Almost to that promised land. Good. What else? We've been wandering for 2 generations. Well, but a whole generation. We're into the next one. Good. What else does it mean? We have endured. Good. What else does it mean?
We're due for a big change.
That's where I wanted to get to. Great. we're due for a big change. I knew if I waited long enough, thank you didn't come first, because I would have let it go and come back to you. We're in for a big change, because we've got just a month to go and Moses is gone. Joshua was taken over, and all of a sudden we're crossing the waters. As the prayer said, this is an hour of change. We're in for a big change. And the Torah's change is really simple. We're going back to Genesis and starting all over again until we get it right. We've been doing this for a long, long, long time. But it means that we're in for a change. What it means is there's an ending, and we know there's a beginning. An ending and a new beginning. And it's for me, serving in this capacity with Temple Bethel, I'm keenly aware because I'm working in the context of endings and beginnings, and one of my tasks is to be certain that you are doing the same thing. One of the great teachings teaches that it doesn't help if the leader and the led are at a different pace. If the leader's out here and the led are there, or the led are here and the leader's there, it doesn't work if we're not working at the same pace. So part of my task, especially in the beginning of this year, is to keep discovering new windows on the experience of change. Because there's 100+ people in the room, and each one of us will encounter that in our own way. Each one of us has to have the ending that Deuteronomy heralds, and the beginning that Bereshit, that Genesis will provide. But what's interesting is, although at Simchat Torah we end and we begin, we're not always all ending and beginning concomitantly. There's always going to be some that are way ahead, saying, come on, come on. And there's others going to be saying, you know, I'm not really there yet. I haven't finished my ending. Give me some more time, and then I'll come with you to Genesis. And part of our task is to allow that process. There are diagrams. I don't have a slide. Maybe next time I'll put up a slide that shows the theory of change and transition, which indicates that in a continuum of time, it's diagonals. That we know that there's an ending period, a beginning period, and a period in between of creativity. But we have to understand that just because Torah says it's the end of Deuteronomy and we come to the last word of the Torah, which is Yisrael, and then come to the first word, Bereshit, that we're not all there. So I'm giving you permission. We're now in that first day of the 11th month of the 40th year, but we may not all get to the end of the 40th year at the same time. We've got our own paces. Let's allow ourselves to experience beginnings and endings, and endings and beginnings, and this process as we do. You can count on me to keep experimenting and discovering, and I hope and count on you to do the same. Because this is the only Deuteronomy we've got. Soon, it'll be Genesis. Let's see where we go. Shabbat Shalom. I'm pleased and delighted to invite to step forward. You know him. I've only had a chance to know Marvin for the last several months and more recently the last few days, more intimately. But how wonderful to have Dr. Marvin Belzer serving on our board of directors or trustees? Directors, and serving as a member of our executive committee. I could tell you, because I've spent this week with our leadership, that your leadership, our leadership, works tirelessly, that this synagogue is not only given the privilege of lights and clergy and bands and teachers, but that we might thrive together. And so it really is a delight and a privilege to invite each of our leaders to come forward. Tonight it's your turn, Marvin. Come and share with us some thoughts.
Let's see. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I feel like I kind of have to put a show on now. You know? Anyway, it's my pleasure to be here representing your board of directors. I have the privilege of getting to extend a warm welcome to Rabbi Doug Cohn and Susan Wertheim, who are with us now and going to spend, I think, a very, very special year with us. I'd also like to take a minute and say, if there are any guests here today, we're especially warm welcome for all of you. I look forward to meeting you during the Oneg. And speaking of the Oneg, let's see, Oh, the Rabbi Cohn Welcome Committee, led by Elliot Bruner. Thank you for our Oneg Shabbat. We have some great activities coming up, and we hope to see you at all of them. First is the Concert of the Stars on 2018 with Alon Cantor and guests. It is, you shouldn't even have to ask when it is. It's on the best day of the year. That's July 29th. See if my wife laughs at that one. There also will be an August concert on Saturday, August 18th. Location yet to be determined, but it will not be at the Rubens home, and we'll let you know where it is as soon as we know. Next event, oh, this is one I'm going to. The Jewish Community Day at Dodger Stadium on Sunday, August 5th. 1:10 game, special event ticket package. Wow. What does it say? To the game and the Jewish Community Day t-shirt. Temple Bethel group seats are in the Loge section for $50. Please reserve your seats. It says with Shoni in the finance office, but if you try Shoni next week, it's not going to work, so I guess it's Carrie. Lastly, please sign up for Kindred Spirits Glen Lawrence Golf Tournament, which will be held Sunday, August 19th. The tournament will be held at Candlewood Country Club in Whittier. Great prizes, including a new car. Wow. Please see Cantor after services to reserve your place. There are other announcements in your handout. Otherwise, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Cantor, can we sing one more song tonight that's not on the list? It's a birthday in a week.
Nah.
Yeah. Do we know that song?
Save that for July 29th.
Yeah.
We all, we all must come back next
to be at the
week.
Concert of the Stars. You see how that works?
All right. Next week, all of us back here. Marvin's going to bring a birthday cake. With that, we rise for the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, ודור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
So yes, it is Deuteronomy. It's the final book, the book that ends and the book that includes endings and closure. It's the book in which its final words include Moses' departure from the people of Israel. And so in many ways, Devarim, Deuteronomy, is an object lesson, an experience of closure. A reminder that we must experience closure. And yet, we're guided to do so with dignity, to do so with wholeness. And such then might guide our own moments of reflection and memorial, remembering those lost at this time in years past, those lost in recent days. And so we remember. And we take a moment as our own community to feel the loss and the anguish of those in Missouri. We watch week after week episodes, and then we see almost 18 people perishing on a boat just 50 feet from shore as this boat would sink. And we allow ourselves to mourn with those whose names we do not even know and grieve as a community because each of us recognizes vulnerability in our humanity. And we remember those lost from our own congregation in recent days. And again, when we mention your own dear one's name, we invite you to rise, and then we'll rise with you for the Kaddish. We remember lost this week Bonnie Shannon, Bonnie, the wife of Michael. We remember Patrick Murphy, brother-in-law to Ray Murphy. And those whose yahrzeits are this season, we mention Doris Altman, Shirley Blatt, Helen Block, and Moishe Berginas, Bertram Cohn, Morris Deutsch, Carl C. Eisenberg, and Pedro Elizalde, Augusta Falbel, Mitzi Krasner-Frankel, Samuel Galanter, Helen Gurovich, Goldie Ida Gordon, Morris L. Greenberg, Cora Grossberg, Barbara Jean Halford, Elsa Eisenberg, Rochelle Lasker, Betty Michaels, and Celia Michaels, Esther Millman, Sam Mittman, Gita Molodetskaya, and Ella Nadazdi, Estelle Parker, Dora Pike, Nettie Pogorelski, Janice Prude, John Rosenberg, Lyle Rowe, Jacob Rubenstein, Ellen Santamaro, Adele Savage, Bruno Seelig, Alan Silber, and Ray Smith, Mimi Steindler, David Lewis Waterman, Eva Sunstein Zugschmidt. Would there be additional names to be mentioned for the Kaddish tonight? Yes. Yes. And together we rise to recite the words of Kaddish. Yit gadal v'gadash merabah, ba'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye chon v'yomei chon, v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalah v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach l'olam amei amaya. Yit barach v'ishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitjumam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudeshav b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Usei shalom b'mromav hu yasei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Amen. We pray that the Holy One who brings comfort and peace to each one of us who grieves might bring solace and caring to each of us who mourns. We conclude coming together by singing,
O say shalom b'maromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Oh, say shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
let go. Don't let go of each other. All right? Everybody grab hold of whomever you can. Nicely. And we'll try to reach all the way across the aisle. Come left and right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz Shabbat shalom.
Open up. B'teyavon.
Good.